Hello student, welcome everyone. Welcome to our today's session that is related to class 8 science, and today we will discuss our second part of our chapter, that is chapter 10, reaching the age of adolescence. So here we start. In the previous video we have discussed about adolescence and puberty. Okay, so what we have discussed, that the word adolescence, it means to grow into maturity. Okay, the word adolescence, it means to grow into maturity. So whenever a kid, when it start crossing the age of 10 or 11, so there is a drastic change, there is a sudden change in growth, okay, in his or her growth. So this shows that they are not longer as a child, but they are on the way to becoming an adult. Okay, so the change from the childhood to the adulthood. Okay, the change from the childhood to the adulthood, the in between time period, it is called as adolescence. Okay, so now on the time period of adolescence, humans, they become capable of reproduction. Okay, when the puberty set in, they become the capable of reproduction. So between the age of 11 and 19, the children, they are called as adolescent. What they are called as adolescent. We also discussed now, they are called as teenagers also, the time period. So what we have discussed, what adolescence is, it is the time period of the age of 11 to 19, during which there are different changes in the body because of the hormonal effect, which leads to the reproductive maturity. So that is adolescence. And what is puberty? It is the age in which the human body undergoes several changes. When it shows the several changes, okay, and they show their capability to reproduce. That stage, it is called the puberty. So the remaining part, that is today we will discuss secondary sexual characters. What we will discuss today? Secondary sexual characters. So in the previous chapter, we have studied about that the testes and ovaries, they are the reproductive organs. In male and female, testes and ovaries, they are the reproductive organs. What they produce? They produce the gamete. The male produce the sperms and the female produce the ova. So when in girls, the puberty period develop with the development of the breast, and in the boys, it develop with the growth of the facial hair. Okay, their mustaches, their beard. So these features, they help us to distinguish between the male and the female. The features which help us to distinguish between the male and female, they are called as secondary sexual characters. Okay, in boys, what is there? The development of the hairs on their chest, on their public areas, underarm. Okay, so these all are the changes. So when these changes occurs, we know it very well now. How they can be controlled? We know that these changes occur at adolescence, and they are controlled by the hormones. Okay, what hormones are? Hormones are the chemical substances. Which types of substances hormones are? They are the chemical substances. Okay, there are many glands available in our body. So these all secretion, these are from the endocrine gland. Okay, or we uh, say them as endocrine system. So what happens? The male hormone, it is very important term, male hormone or testosterone. Okay, they begin to release when on the time of the puberty. At the time at the beginning of the puberty, at the onset of the puberty, the testes, it release the male hormone, and the secondary name for male hormone is testosterone. So this causes the changes in the boys, okay, about which we have learned before, that the growth of the facial hairs. And when puberty reach in the girls, what happens? The ovaries start producing female hormone, and those female hormones are known as estrogen. These female hormones are known as estrogen. And these hormones, what they do, they makes the breast develop. Okay. And one more thing happened there, the mammary glands, okay, the milk secreting gland or the mammary gland, they also develop inside the breast. So the production of these hormones, all these are controlled by the endocrine gland, and the name we have given to it, it is the pituitary gland. Okay, what is the name given to it? It is a pituitary gland. So what is the role? What is the role of the hormone so that the reproductive function can initiate? Okay, here we will discuss. Now see, many glands, they secrete the hormones into the duct, but this endocrine gland, it releases the hormone directly into the bloodstream, so these are called as ductless gland. These are called as ductless gland because they are secreting directly into the blood. Now the testes and the ovaries, what they secrete? They secrete the sex hormones. We have studied about the sex hormones, the endocrine gland and the male hormones and the female hormones. Now many other hormones are there which are under the control of the pituitary glands. They secrete many of the hormones. Now one of the hormone which makes the ova mature in the ovaries and formation of sperms in the testes. So how it all happens, that hormones from the pituitary, what it do is it stimulate testes and ovaries so that they can release the testosterone and they can release the estrogen. Now it release into the body stream, then they reach into the parts of the body. They are called as the target site. Okay, because it released directly into the stream. So for which it is, for the particular part, it is called as the target site, and the target site only respond to the hormones. Okay, only the particular target site, it respond to the hormone. Now stimulate changes in the body at the onset of the puberty, and the onset of the puberty, it stimulate the change. So what we have discussed here, just see, I have summarized some of the points, that at puberty some changes occurs in male and female, so that we can distinguish them from each other. So these features, they are known as secondary sexual characters. Now endocrine glands, it is present in the human body. It secretes hormones which are responsible for the changes in the human body at the time of the puberty. And what we discussed, that the endocrine gland, it is called as ductless gland. It is important question. Why? Because it secretes the hormone directly into the blood. And in male, the testes, it releases the male hormone, and the second name for it is testosterone. And in female, the ovary releases the female hormone, and its name is estrogen. From this chapter, from this particular para, many of the questions are there. Many objective question, true, false, fill up. So you have to study this chapter very carefully. And one more thing is there, they are pituitary gland which present in the body. What they do, they control the production of the hormones by the endocrine gland. Okay, in males as well as in females. So now we will discuss the reproductive phase of life in human. Here is the reproductive phase, how this phase works. So what we have discussed, adolescent, they become capable of reproduction when their testes and ovaries, they begin to reproduce gametes. When the testes and ovaries, they begin to produce gametes, the adolescent, they are capable of reproduction. So the capacity of maturation or production of gamete, it doesn't last for a longer time. Okay, it doesn't last for a more time, that till the longer time, but in male it lasts for much longer time than in females. So in female, The reproductive phase, it begins at the puberty. And what is the time period? It is 10 to 12 years. It varies. It varies from individual to individual. And generally it lasts till the age of 45 to 50. Means start from 10 or 12 and last up to 45 to 50. So what happens in this time period? That the ova, it begin to mature with the onset of the puberty. With the onset of the puberty, ova begin to mature. And when the ova mature, what happens? Is released by one of the ovaries once about 28 to 30 days. Okay, one ovum, mature ovum, it released by one of the ovaries once in a month, once in a 20 to 30 days. So during this time period, what happens? The wall of the uterus, it becomes thick so that it can receive the egg. But in case the it is fertilized or it begin to develop, so that it can receive it and it can develop easily. And this is the situation, this result in pregnancy. But what happens if fertilization does not take place? There are two chances, na? Fertilization can take place and fertilization cannot take place. If fertilization can take place, then what happens? The uterus, it receives the egg, it fertilizes and begin to develop, and this is pregnancy. But if fertilization does not occur, in that case what happens? The released egg, whatever the released egg and the thickened lining of the uterus. Okay, released egg, thickened line of the uterus, and along with it blood vessels, they shed off. Okay, they shed off. And what it cause? It cause bleeding. Bleeding in the women, which is called as menstruation. Which is called as menstruation. Okay, so this menstruation, it occurs once about 28 to 30 days. Once about 28 to 30 days. So the first menstruation begins at puberty. The first menstruation begins at puberty. That is called as menarche. Okay, the first menstruation that begins at puberty, the name for it is menarche. And at the end, at the age of 45 to 50, the menstruation cycle is stopped. And this stoppage of menstruation, it is termed as menopause. This is termed as menopause. So initially what happens? The menstruation cycle, it can be irregular. But after some time, it becomes regular. So this menstruation cycle, this is also controlled by the hormones. Everything is controlled by the hormones. This menstruation cycle, it is also controlled by the hormone. And what the cycle include? It include the maturation of egg, its release, thicken of the uterine wall, as well as its breakdown. Okay, if pregnancy does not occur, then the breakdown of that wall. So in case the egg is fertilized, we have studied in the previous chapter that it begins to divide and then gets embedded into the uterus so that it can further develop. So what we discussed, that the ability of production of gametes in human lasts till certain time period only, and this time period, it varies between male and female. And what is regarding the reproductive phase in female? It begins from the age of 10 to 12 and lasts up to the age of 45 to 50. And when the female hit the puberty, the egg or ova start getting mature. Okay, and around every 28 to 30 days, it releases one of the mature ovum. Okay, and at that time what happens? The wall of the uterus, it will thicken up. The egg is released so that it can hold it, and if fertilization occur, egg will develop. And if fertilization does not occur, it will shed off, and it is the result of the bleeding. And menarche and menopause also I have explained to you. And this whole menstruation cycle, it is known uh, occurs only because of the female hormones. Okay, so this is all regarding the menstruation cycle, the reproductive phase of life in human, and reproductive phase in female. This is the very important topic. Okay, now our other important topic, that is the sex determination of a baby. How the sex of a baby determined, whether he or she maybe boy or girl. So what happens inside the fertilized egg or zygote, there are instructions for the determining of the sex of the baby, and these are available like thread-like structure, and what they are called as chromosomes. In the previous chapter, in the previous 8th, we have discussed about chromosome, that every nucleus, it is having the thread-like structure known as chromosome. And how many pair of chromosomes we are having? We are having 23 pair of chromosomes. So among those 23 pair of chromosomes, only 2 chromosomes are there, which are called as sex chromosomes. Okay, and name are given to them, that is X and Y, X chromosome and Y chromosome. Only among these 23, 2 are the sex chromosome. So what happens? In female has 2 X chromosome. In female, 2 X chromosomes are there, but in male, one is X chromosome and other one is Y chromosome. Okay, so what happens for this? Just see here, look, have a look. Now see what happens in female. In female, both X chromosomes. In male, one is X and one is Y chromosomes. So there are 23 pair of chromosomes which are present inside the nucleus of every human cell. And what these chromosomes are? These chromosomes, they have a thread-like structure and they always occur in the pair 23 and 23. They always occur in the pair. So the chromosome, they help in determine the sex of the child. Okay, so what I have told you, that out of these 23 chromosomes, 2 of them are the sex chromosomes named as X and Y. So what female is having? Both X chromosome, and male X and Y. Now see, both X chromosomes, both are the X and Y, then both are the sperms. So one X and X and Y. So just see what can be the chances. The sperm can contain only one X and Y chromosome. Okay, if one X from here and X from here, then the result is in the female part. Okay, and X from here and Y from here, so the result is in the male. Okay, 2 chances can be there. It can be the female baby, it can be the male baby. So if the chromosome that fertilize with the egg which contain the X chromosome, then and from the male it is the Y chromosome, then it is the male baby. And on the other hand, if the sperm contain the X chromosome and fertilize with the egg with the X chromosome, the result in the female baby. So what we have concluded from here, that the sex of a child depend upon the chromosome of the father. Okay, the sex chromosome of father determine the sex of an unborn baby. Okay, the sex of the baby, it depend on the chromosomes of the father, not on the chromosome of a mother. So when we blame the mother for the giving birth to a girl child, it is totally wrong. It is totally unjustified, because who is responsible for it? The male. Okay, because in male the X and Y both chromosomes are there, and in female both same chromosomes are there. So we can't say or saying that the mother is responsible for the sex of the baby. It is wrong. Okay, so we should not blame mother for the giving birth to a girl child. Okay, so this all are regarding the sex determination of a baby. So thank you for watching. In the next video, we will continue the same chapter. Till then, study well, prepare well. Thank you.